Hey everybody, today we're going to be showing you how to find a 4-leaf clover. They say that finding a 4-leaf clover brings you good luck, but I can tell you that that is definitely not true. I used to think it was true, and I spent over 2 years trying to find one in the hope that it might improve my wretched life. Any free time I had, I used to dig through the underbrush and hunt for these elusive vegetables. I can't say that all the time was wasted though. In fact, those 2 years were some of the happiest and wettest of my life. The underbrush is almost always damp, and I was a sloppy boy as I wriggled to and fro, keeping a watchful eye on the verdant earth for a clover with more than 3 leaves. These hours in which I slopped it up in the mud and dirt and leaves were times in which I could reflect on my life and my accomplishments in peace. I wasn't hounded by people who wanted to hurt or betray me. I wasn't bombarded by the unyielding din of man's post-industrial nightmarescape, which is the modern city. I was on my own, alone, free, and most importantly, wet. My trousers would be absolutely sopping in no time, with the slick, sticky mud clinging to my knees as I groped hopefully along the marsh, bugs swarming around me and stinging my body by the dozens. But I cared not, for my purpose was singular, to find and harvest but one single perfect 4-leafed clover, and turn my life of agony into a life of abundance and delight. After 26 months of doing this nearly every day, except for the 3 weeks where my diarrhea was so powerful that I couldn't leave the toilet, I finally found what I'd been searching for. It was beautiful. It was better than I had ever imagined. It was a clover with 4 intact, symmetrical leaves. I carefully and lovingly snipped its dainty stem with my clover pruning shears, and immediately felt an erotic rush come over me. What was this new exciting feeling? Was it luck? Was it a new starting point for my journey through the world? No, it was none of these things. It was just a cool breeze which freshened my skin for a brief moment before I looked around and saw that I was still the same miserable creature crawling around in the muck and the slime, hounded by vicious stinging insects. Nothing had changed. I was the same. The world was the same. Nothing will ever change because of a 4-leafed clover. So what did I do? I popped that clover into my hungry mouth and chewed it angrily, fervently, viciously. I swallowed it and chuckled to myself, but it was the clover that got the last laugh. I awoke later that evening with my throat swollen nearly to the choking point. My eyes itched and burned like never before. I stumbled to a pool of clear water and looked at my reflection to find that my features were smeared and distorted. I was a beast, a monster. When I regained consciousness 6 weeks later, the hospital staff told me that I had experienced a terrible allergic reaction to the clover. Apparently, about 1 in 50 million people have such an allergy, and I was one of them. So no, 4-leaf clovers aren't lucky. They aren't anything other than what they are, a dumb little plant that lives in the dirt and ruins your life if you eat it.